Hello, I'm Robert, and you're welcome here in my busy little shop. Well, as you can see, my busy little shop is nowhere near where I'm at today. I'm on location, and I want to remind people. So I do a lot of leather craft, and I produce videos on that. And from late fall into spring, that's the majority of my videos. But during the summer, I venture off when I get to my summer hunting grounds, as you would say. I venture off and do some other things. So I'm going to have some videos on tool restoration and some building projects and stuff in the summer. You'll still have leather videos. I'm still going to produce a leather project video every Saturday and hopefully another one on Wednesday. But in between there, you're going to get a mix of some other things that I have going on. So today, I'm at location here, and I'll turn around here in a second. You're going to recognize, a bunch of you are going to recognize where I'm at as soon as it is. And you may know from the background, that's one of the neatest looking wood yards that I've ever seen. But I'm going to turn around, but I'm in the market for a wood splitter. And I've got a wood splitter here that I've been watching. Well, you know what? Let me turn it around here and we'll go from there. A bunch of you guys know who it is. If you know who it is, type either one of their names into the comment section there and let me know where we're at. But so I'm in the market for a log splitter, and I'm not sure that this beast of a machine is what I need. I don't sell firewood. I produce firewood for myself, for heating, and also for some friends and family. And you just wait. I've got a mess of logs that I'm going to have to deal with, and something like this would probably make a big difference in getting it done. But I don't have the pocket change for this. But who knows? You know, maybe I'll get talked into it. I know that this splitter here, and if you don't know, this is Todd.
Hi everybody.
Why don't you introduce your channel?
Todd from Todd's Outside Again. I've met Robert through the firewood community with his awesome leather work via Heath over at Hardworking Man. And Robert has been very good to us, so he wanted to stop by and check out the splitter. I said, come on.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if you remember or not. Well, I'm going to do a different intro. I've got something in the back of my truck, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But so, anyway, I've got on my property now 80 14-foot logs that I have to get cut up and split. And I think this would make quick work of it. But let's, anyway, I'm going to let Todd explain how this thing works a little bit. We're going to fire it up, and we're going to split just a few rounds so I can see what it is. And then I can be thinking about what I wish I could buy instead of what I'll end up buying. So, you want to fire her up?
Yep.
Oh, actually, tell us a little bit about the machine first.
All right, so this is the Wolf Ridge 17 VSC. 17 stands for the tonnage, and the C stands for it's got the attached conveyor. Now this machine is actually, I'm going to be real honest, is not my machine. It is a demo unit from Woodman Cycles in St. Louis, Missouri. So he was great to let us demo this unit. We have had it for, I think, a little over a month now and love it. It is a vertical platform machine, so your splitter comes down. And I will just tell you, and I know my son Evan will tell you the same thing, what a difference. Our little box store splitter is over here in the shed, and no back pain with this here machine. It's got the log lift on it. You got a lever to lift your logs up. So we've got some giant oak rounds we'll show you here in a little bit. Lifts it up. We can put a trailer right underneath the conveyor. It conveyors the wood right off. So basically you flip it to the conveyor and it's gone. There's no throwing and there's no picking up. So that is the first two big benefits of this machine. And just standing at this height, you're not bending over and you're getting a bird's eye view of that wedge. And when you produce bundle grade splits like we do, it's very important. You can see that wedge and you can really get precision splitting. So
I can tell by listening you don't like the machine.
Yeah, I hope they need to come and get it here pretty quick. It's really bothering me.
Well, be careful because they probably will, because you said
I hope they do.
This machine is for sale.
This machine is for sale, and that's the whole point of me collaborating with Norm. Wolf Ridge has a network of dealerships. That's kind of what sets them apart. So there is actually dealers, 6 of them right now across the United States. I'm lucky to have one close. And when we were at the Hoosier Firewood Hysteria, Norm was there. I didn't know who he was, but Bob Nelson from Wolf Ridge introduced me to Norm, and that's how it all happened. And so what I thought I could give back was the reach on my channel to help point out that dealer network that Wolf Ridge has. And Norm said, yes, I would love you to come over, take a tour of his facility. We did that, and he sent the splitter home with me. And I thank my subscribers every day, because after the first video, what I thought I could give back worked. Norm actually sold 2 splitters after the first video. So
well, that's cool.
that was the good thing. So
Man,
that's what I feel makes having it in my wood yard.
yeah, that's some heavy duty steel.
Yes.
That's almost 1/2-inch plate there
Yes.
on top.
This machine is towable. You could tow it up to 80 miles an hour. And by all means, I am no expert on these Wolf Ridge machines. If you go to Wolf Ridge's website or Wolf Ridge's YouTube channel, Bob Nelson over there does a great job at all the specs on these machines. But yes, you can tow this machine. The log lift comes up, all hydraulic. The conveyor comes up, and we do put a safety strap on it in case your hydraulics was to fail. Run the jacks up, and you can tow it right on down the road. So
Right.
you can tow it, Robert.
All right.
Just because it's heavy, you can tow it.
Yeah. Well, I do drive a Chevy.
Then you're perfectly fine.
Okay. Let's go ahead and let's fire it up.
All right. You want to fire it up, Evan?
Yep. Gotta warm up for a second.
Yeah. It's got a lot of control for your nose.
Yep. You got your oil temp for your hydraulic oil, throttle, and gas.
It's got different speeds to throttle it up. All controlled from the front. No need to walk around the machine.
Hate it.
You hate it, huh?
Yeah, I hate it. I wish I hadn't tried it, because now you're like, I gotta have one of those.
I think a lot of people say that when they run a vertical for the first time, because I was not one that thought I would want a vertical, except for the exception of having that precise bird's eye view of that split.
Right.
You can really control. I did a video here a while back making kindling on it.
Yeah, I saw that.
And if you could see right over there in my shed, we have a whole box of kindling. So yeah,
some would probably think it's a waste to run this to make kindling, but it's so precise in what you're able to do here that it doesn't make sense not to use the tool that you have.
Yes, and for those of you that are unfamiliar with this machine, you can idle it down. You don't have to run it full power, and I can actually adjudge the wedge height. So I can bring this wedge down to where it stops right here.
Yeah.
So idling it down so it's slow, because you are working a lot closer to your hands, and just pop, 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 uses way less fuel. And I got the kindling crackers that Evan made me, but
yeah,
why?
I saw those.
Why?
Yeah.
The purpose of having this machine here is to test it out.
Yeah.
So we're having fun with it while it's here.
Yeah, I do have to say though, I think they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
They want to sell you a machine. Because how can you go back to the big box store splitter?
And you can ask Evan. I was very hesitant on doing this. It was probably a week after Hoosier that I actually contacted Norm and said, yeah, I said, if we're going to do this, I have to be able to give back to you. So maybe with my reach, I could help people find you, and it worked. But yeah, now that I've had this, I was very hesitant because I knew that was going to happen. After I've had something like this.
Yeah, and Chris and Bob up at Wolf Ridge, they may not want to, hear this, but I mean, it's nice to know that there's dealers, because when you go to, and actually it probably helps them, but when you go to their website and you look at stuff, there's lead time to get equipment.
Yes.
And to know that you can, if you're within a half day's drive of St. Louis, you can stop in the Norm's shop there and pick up a log splitter this afternoon.
And that's the very point that I tried to, maybe have a little bit of a different turn on doing videos with this, is that dealer network.
Right.
And like I said earlier, it's already worked. I mean, did a video, a guy watching my channel said, I had no idea that there was a dealership in St. Louis, and he happened to have the splitter the gentleman wanted.
Yeah.
So 2 days later, he was there very happy picking up that splitter.
Well,
so.
and even if they don't have the splitter, I'm assuming that Norm can order it for them, because I think if you go to Hardworking Man's channel, and I've said it, you can buy log splitters lots of places, and it comes down to service. And if Norm can provide the service, well, then it's worth it to get it from him and have a local representative.
Yeah, and with buying from Norm, he says he'll get 12 to 15 splitters on a shipment from Wolf Ridge at a time, and half of them are already pre-sold.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what you said. People will order, even if they order through Wolf Ridge, they still utilize those dealers, and they're already sending. And if I'm wrong on this, Bob hopefully will watch the video and point this out. You save freight. They did a video on that. So if you've got a dealer close to you and they're already shipping to that dealer.
Yeah, the freight per unit is a lot lower when you're shipping 12 of them someplace. So.
And you can get on that cheaper freight if you order from Wolf Ridge and you got a dealer close you can pick it up from.
All right, well, I guess you'll have to follow up and watch my next video and find out. I need to get a splitter. Man, this complicates things. Anyway, I appreciate you taking time to be at the shop today. Please like, share, and subscribe. But more importantly, have a great day.